Hello, I'm Adam Wilde, and this is Sport Today, live from the BBC Sports Centre. Coming up on the programme.
Teams are starting to play their second games, and one of those is Wales today. And Adam's got the sport for us. Good morning, Adam.
Morning, Dan. Thank you. Yeah, after drawing with Switzerland in their opening match, Wales face Turkey tonight, and a win could put them on the verge of qualifying for the knockout stages, but it certainly won't be straightforward, as Hal Griffiths reports. It was a quite astonishing innings. It dominates many of the back pages of the papers this morning. Let's just take a look at some of them. This is the Mirror. I can handle rough stuff.
Let's get the latest from Adam Wilde at Royal Portrush. Adam.
Yeah, beautiful blue skies here on the Causeway coast of Northern Ireland. Lovely sunshine, but don't be fooled, conditions are particularly tricky.
Adam Wilde is pitchside at Wembley for us and can tell us why, Adam.
Sarah, yeah, a real sense of anticipation building up here in and around Wembley. As you say, a potential for a little bit of rugby league history this afternoon. So Castleford leave here bitterly disappointed. They say there is no substitute for experience. Leeds have proved that. They are Super League champions once more.
A huge opportunity for one of these two sides to return to the top of the English game.
Yeah, Isaac, let me take you back just a couple of years. Saracens were relegated from the English Premiership. The team that finished one step above them that season was the Leicester Tigers. There are few events in the British sporting calendar quite so inspiring, quite so uplifting as the London Marathon, especially after the last 18 months. Of course, last year's mass participation race did have to be cancelled because of the pandemic.
This weekend, Serbia will make rugby league history. Adam Wilde has been finding out more.
It was effectively banned by the 1960s, and it wasn't until the turn of the century that clubs started reappearing here in Belgrade. If it's been a difficult past, then this feels like perhaps one step towards the future. So they're making very clear they weren't one of the original instigators and just went along with what the others were proposing, which of course they've now thought better of. Compare that with Manchester City. Now, this was their tweet. Remember, Pep Guardiola yesterday very critical of the plans. Obviously, Arsenal, since they played Olympiacos, have played West Ham and Portsmouth as well. So they have said today they're monitoring their players, as are Nottingham Forest. They've tested all their players because, of course, Evangelos Marinakis, the man who started all this, also owns Nottingham Forest.
So, Adam, what kind of impact is this postponement going to have on both clubs and also the Premier League?
Yeah, Jane, as you say, this is certainly a significant development, certainly for the Premier League, being as it is the first game, not just in the Premier League, but in the UK, to be affected in such a significant way as to be postponed. For either Huddersfield or Nottingham Forest, the riches of the Premier League await. Some value that at £170 million. But for one set of fans, a party you can't put a price on. The town's rugby league heritage goes back to the very start. Behind these scaffolding and hoardings was the George Hotel, where in 1895 clubs from across the north met to vote to break away from their southern cousins. The sport of rugby league was born. It is one of the grandest, oldest, most prestigious rugby competitions on the planet. So there it is in all its splendour. It's not the only trophy here today, though. Let me just bring in three more. You can see here, looking resplendent as well. These are the Rugby League World Cup trophies. And so on the day history is made in Tottenham. It is the Wigan Warriors who take home the game's grandest prize. Challenge Cup winners 2022. Adam Wilde, BBC News at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. The Italian government said that all sporting events, including lights of Serie A football matches, would not be open to the public until at least April. So this news perhaps not surprising in light of that. England's men's game against Italy was due to take place a week on Saturday in Rome. And so for Wales, a third consecutive defeat. England take the Triple Crown and keep alive their hopes of winning this year's Six Nations. But it is a tournament that faces an uncertain conclusion, and no one is quite sure how, and indeed when, it's actually going to end. And so finally, success for Warrington, long-awaited, hard-earned. They came here as slight underdogs. They leave as Challenge Cup winners. Adam Wilde, BBC News, Wembley.
Sport now for a full roundup. We're going to cross to the BBC Sports Centre, and Adam Wilde has all those sports headlines for us. Hi, Adam.
Hello, a very good afternoon to you. Let's start then at Glen Eagles, where the Solheim Cup has just reached a very dramatic conclusion. It is, of course, the final day between Europe and the United States.
It was a better end of the match for England than it was beginning, wasn't it?
Carrie, it's been a short but quite extraordinary day's cricket at Lord's. Remember, yesterday was abandoned due to those thunderstorms. Today, well, there's been a lightning-fast finish. England, remember, had 1 wicket left at the start of play. You can get all the latest sports news at our website. That's bbc.com/sport. But from me, Adam Wilde, and the rest of the sport team, that is your Friday Sport Briefing.